My friend Aurora and me founded Superflat SMP so that we can play Superflat but in survival together with each other and also a lot of other people. And my goal is to keep this SMP running for at least 10 years on the same world, to see just how far all of us can push the boundary of survival Superflat. The problem is, we've just passed 1 year. That's like 10%, so a lot more to go. But I can fix that problem because I've got grand plans for what I wanna do the next 9 years. Specifically, 12 main things, going from some smaller things that I can do in a week or two to the biggest ones that will take years. So let's start off with number 1. The trading hall building. Do you see this little colorful patch on this map? That's my villager trading hall with 372 villagers of different professions. And it's actually already working, but I gotta design a giant building around it. I'm gonna say that will take about a week. Storage system. If you look at all these islands that will be around a heart shape when my mega base is done, in the middle of this I wanna put a giant storage system with more space for items than I could ever need. Let's assume that will take about 3 weeks. Starter base interiors. This village behind me is my starter base, and I think it looks pretty good. It can be upgraded even from the outside, but I think it's good. But what is not good is the fact that like none of these houses have any interiors. See, that would have just taken too long for the 1 episode that I spent building the starter base. But at some point in the next few months, I'll make another episode where I make all the interiors. And hopefully actually get good at interior design. I'm not very good at that. I'm gonna assume that will take about a month. So that was the easy ones. Now to the hard ones. A shop for every item. This is our shopping district. And now I'm in that shopping district. And my goal is that every single farmable item will be sold here at some point. So that every server member always has access to all the items available in Superflat. The time for this is of course hard to estimate because it's not something only I'm doing. But I'm gonna assume the amount that I will do will be about a 4-month project. In total it's a lot bigger though, of course, because other people will do other parts of it. I'm not gonna build a farm for every single item. At the moment our main end island looks remarkably unremarkable. But we wanna change that by building a giant space station-ish end hub. And since this is a big thing but also a community project, I'm gonna guess like 3 months maybe. I know I said it's gonna get longer and longer the longer the list goes down, but I didn't think about the times before, so now this is after the 4-month all items project. Nether roof terrain. Our nether roof is how we get from anywhere to everywhere else, but it's very boring. So we've already planned out to build big terrain over all the area that we need and finish it off with mountains on the outside so that you can literally not see bedrock anymore. That will take a while. Maybe like 8 months. And that's with all of us working together. Nether roof buildings. We are of course not gonna be happy with just terrain on the nether roof. I think we'll have like a building for every location that you want to travel to, and then interconnecting pathways and a lot of decorative stuff. Although I don't think it will be like big villages and whole civilizations. I think it's gonna be like mostly built just for the locations we wanna travel to. And otherwise, nature. So I hope it won't actually take longer than 3 months. Industrial district landscaping. This here with all of these small things you can see is my industrial district, where I will put all the farms from getting all the items. But once I've put all the farms in here, as you can see it will look terrible, just in even bigger than it is now. So I wanna build good looking mountains and terrain all over this area above everything, so that I actually have to go into a cave to access the industrial district. And if you just fly over it, it's a nice landscape. The problem is that it will of course have to be really big because it will have to encase everything here. And that doesn't mean I'll just cut back on detail. I want this to look good. So my best guess is that this will take like a year. So 12 months. Starter base landscaping. And you thought I was done with that year of landscaping. I am definitely not. Because as I said, this base looks pretty decent, but everything around it really doesn't. So I wanna terraform all the area around this base, remove all the ugliness here and make it look actually good. I still don't know why I was so stupid and made a big perimeter here. Just looks ugly. And I actually want this to be a continuous landscape from my area here, which, for reference, this is the whole size of the village, all the way here where I have the shopping district I just showed you. I said shopping district, I meant my industrial district. It will be a lot of work. Let's say 2 years. Secret project. This is one thing I've got planned that I don't wanna tell you about yet, because it's completely new, but I can give you one tip. It's got something to do with history. And I'm gonna guess that it will take like 18 months to make. And I think that's honestly a pretty optimistic guess. Finish my mega base. This here, as I said before, is my mega base. And everything I've built in this area so far that I cannot even load in my render distance is really just one part of a blank canvas that I'll have to paint on over the next few years. And I'm so excited to do so many things here. 3 years until it's properly completed. Secret Project 2. This is another one that I don't want to spoil yet, but I can say one thing. It's got something to do with geography. I don't even know where to put this one yet, but it will be the start of a really long series on this channel. Basically a sub-series of the Superflat SMP. Hopefully, if I ever get to do it. 108 months. I know, that's 9 years. But the point of this project is to be able to keep doing something that I'm really excited to do. The point isn't to finish it quickly. It will be great even when it's in the works and not done yet, I promise. So, that's everything I wanna do, and let's add that up. Just did some maths in my head, and it's 218 months. But that of course includes the secret geography project, which I definitely won't finish, and without that, it's 110 months, which is 9 years and 2 months. Seeing as I've worked for 1 year and I wanna do 10 years, that's perfect. Because it's not like every time I plan anything in Minecraft I vastly underestimate how much time it takes. Right? Please say it isn't. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm glad somebody's actually interested in this, seeing as you watched it all the way through. And because of that, I would recommend you watch this video on my right. It's great. It's everything I did in the first year. I think you will enjoy it. And also subscribe if you wanna see what I do for the next 9 years.